So this is project 2 of the Conservation and Sustainable Development Studio, and it's located in Glendale Shoals. And so some of the project challenges were that the site is so versatile that there's a lot of different programs that could work for the area. And so, the second challenge is that there are a lot of different age groups that visit the site, and so finding a program that meets the needs for everybody is another challenge. And then the different stakeholders that are involved with the development, make us have to account for a lot of different visions for the site. And so my name is Michael Urueta, and I'm a sustainability minor and a third-year architecture undergrad.
And my name is Cristian Macias, and I am a business administration minor and also a third-year architecture undergrad.
And so the goal of the project for us is to weave the natural, built, and historical fabric of the site with the communal revitalization of Glendale. And this will ultimately blur the lines between what is and what could be.
And our solutions include, as just stated, blending the natural and built environments with the historical fabric, as well as revitalizing the community in a way that it'll preserve the idea of the mill village, with creating a fluid and continuous design that places the user in the natural and built environments, as well as connecting them with multiple stakeholders and accounting for their visions of the site.
And so for the site, we envision a cubist form that contains the program and starts to step down the contours of the site, and the second form that will weave through the program and acts as this shell that seamlessly transitions circulation from the interior to the exterior.
And our first form depicting that cubist design as well as the program is as shown here. And the second form illustrating the organic shell that we wish to hopefully execute.
And so to further our understanding of the site and to support our design decisions, we did some extensive research. And so we started at the local statistics of the site and the area of Glendale. And so we started to look at the housing values, the housing units, the average household income, as well as the population and the employees in Glendale, as well as the median age.
And recreational activities that exist on site include this diagram that illustrates the human scale physical activity levels as compared to the national average and national scale, along with trails and amenities located on site as well as the immediate context around our site. And this retail diagram illustrating the proximity to our natural resources and amenities located around Glendale, specifically around a 4-mile radius, the percentages of the popularity of these places.
And so we also looked at the existing transportation of the area and really started to think about how we could get more users to the area of Glendale and to the site itself. And so we decided to propose 2 different transportation routes, one being an additional bus route from Spartanburg to Glendale, and another being an extension of the Amtrak that runs into Glendale. And then with all this research done, we've been able to develop a program that focuses on 4 primary uses. And so one being transit, and that really focuses on either an Amtrak or a bus route to get to Glendale. And then the second would be residential, and so we started to think about the idea of a weekend getaway and providing lodging. And then the third program would be retail, and so we really have started to focus on this idea of an outdoor adventure store that provides kayak and bike rentals, as well as after-school programs and different amenities for the area. And then our final program would be rec, and looking at the idea of having all these trails and green spaces as well as open pavilions. And so for this lodging that we're deciding to do, we've looked at 2 typologies, one being the single style shotgun house, and then the other being the existing mill house on the site. And both of these typologies have been strong within the area, and we are hoping that we'll get some feedback as to which one we should continue with. And so with the idea of having these gardens and different this different native vegetation within the site. We've looked at the existing plant communities on the site, and so you have the oak and hickory forest, the cove forest, the bottomland hardwoods, and the mesic mixed hardwood forest. And so to further our design, we started to look at the idea of massing these programs. And so the first mass really starts to focus on which programs would work well together, and then also which ones are similar and have similar noise levels, and really starting to think about how this shell could be developed in between these programs.
And this second massing is more depicting a linear organization of these masses or these programs and accommodating them to only execute a strong organization to fit this shell that we're looking to create in the near future, as well as programs that are placed to successfully execute what they're meant to do. And these are preliminary sketches as well that we've created to give a illustration as to what we envision personally, as well as shown here, a pavilion that illustrates these spaces that we envision, as well as these rooftops, and also view sheds and interior perspectives, as well as an outside view of these historical ruins where we hopefully want to locate these residential spaces alongside of them. And our questions moving forward for yourselves that we wish to receive feedback from include, would the addition of the transit routes be a beneficial addition to the program? And with the understanding of what our project goals are, what would you name this new amenity in Glendale, or what would the big title be for this, in your opinion? And is there a specific massing or sketch that strikes you as a success from what you've seen? And are there any portions of the project that are not supported by our research? All of these questions to say that we hope you can provide us feedback for and allowing us to create a successful design for Glendale Shoals.